three values where this country stand for. One, we cultural values. Two, we spiritual values. And three, we moral values.
Nothing where they don't write, nothing where they don't put on the internet, nothing AI they give you.
Now that's make we dey bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interview on the big issues like.
We are very much optimistic, say, through the ballot, we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Okay. Not by rigging.
Because you know when they rig elections, now during the entire for determine the system of government on want, for determine electoral laws, for do boundary delimitation.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. So we day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
This Waka Fine bus will be carried. If we get a proper transportation system, we'll be able to congest free talk.
The leaders that we have is a reflection of us, the people.
The Today Show Breakfast, only on Sleep Television, Channel 37. Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Today, December 3rd, and International Day for Persons with Disabilities. All over the world, a day where we celebrate and raise the awareness around disability issues and then highlight the challenges within they face. Say congratulations to the disabled people or persons with disability where they do well in our society, and we pray that the one that we know they do well, then get help. You know, I can always say everybody, me and you, we're not benki lenki, we're not blind yet, we're not deaf yet, we're all not candidates, potential candidates for disability. You dey travel, whether on a foot, inside motoka, on a plane, or wherever, whether on omolanke, then put you. You go. Motoka can just come anywhere, bang you or asking for rumpa you or anything. You don't been killing you or it's on something else. So, anytime you meet a person with disability around, anywhere, if you get the wherewithal, help. Because you self one day, or you fumble, go find yourself in that situation and you will need help. My name is Patrick Salia. This is Today Show Breakfast here on Sleep Television Channel 37 with the option for following our handles. Facebook, Sleek TV, YouTube, Sleek TV Official, and website sleektv.com. You get the option also for going with TikTok handle and follow with snippets from we shows. Today, we take a look into the prisons, the correctional services, the correctional centers across the country. About 21 or so of them. We shall get down to that aspect. But the conditions under which they operate or they exist is now being questioned, not for the very first time. This has become a repeated occurrence of highlighting the challenges within the correctional services. The latest from the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone highlighting that overcrowding is very, very serious and it causes a whole lot of other problems. But the factor or factors more or less seem to be external, not created by the correctional service themselves, but rather some other external factors. We will get down into the aspect in a short while. Quickly, with motivational message for you here this morning. He say, a society should be judged not by how it treats its outstanding citizens, but by how it treats its criminals. You see, now that way you take judge. If I interpret it my own way, I'll tell you, say, where they don't convict somebody of criminality, they don't convict you of criminality. Other countries, then they make very good use of them for being a productive citizen. You go learn some craft. Maybe the state can use you for go set up a state farm, or the state can just set up a farm where they can send you there, go help in developing the country. But away from that, on another interpretation, so me and you to how they treat you out of prison, not just one aspect. But if somebody goes inside prison, anything can happen again. The person might end up being released because, except maybe life imprisonment. If I like life imprisonment, not forever. According to certain laws, you did a plus minus 25 or 30 years, and then you come back. So when you come out, you have to come back now the same society you say day before you go to prison. So how and what you do inside prison, what you learn there, now more or less you can reflect and imbibe in the people where they can meet. Whether they're old, the same people where you be there with, or new people. Lord, take you through some stories briefly before going to the conversation this morning on the state of the correctional services. PPRC to start with, don't announced they don't receive 120,000 new loans from the APC because one parent chairman, them precisely the chairman for Falaba, Honorable Lahai Mara, former member of parliament, when I heard the APC in Falaba district, they make some statements will not been go down well with section 39, subsection 1D of the Political Parties Act of 2022. So they say the APC don't pay. So SLPP now the word that. When I remember say una said them be fined on 150,000 leons. So a statement made by the spokesman for the office of the First Lady, Dadida Chalo. This is kind of setting a pace and tone, a good tone for the political arena, perhaps, but the politicians or the political parties will not like that. The Chief Justice or the Judiciary of Sierra Leone, precisely the Chief Justice, don't issue out new practice order for treats drug-related offenses where they go to the courts. Now, we say all matters we get for do with drug-related offenses, now the high courts then they conclude them. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not get then analytical, technical background, and therefore even take you through. Then they come into effect, according to the Chief Justice. This practice direction came into effect yesterday, day before yesterday, on Monday, when it'll be the first day of December 2025. He said no bail, they no go give to the people that within the charge pursuant to the Drug Control Act. That if, for example, you distribute, sell, and produce drug or any synthetic material way contrary to the Drug Act, they know they give you bail. Once they charge you, they say they go get some speedy trial for them case. Then they all the courts them where they deal with drug-related matter them also for sit-down on Saturday. So now they go for the sit-down, they go for the do Saturday sittings, custodial sentence, they go for the give to the end. So if they can you go, for example, in a prison, you say they need to give you bail, obviously. When they find you guilty, then they give custodial sentence, meaning they put you in a Bamba Kayaka force, according to the 2008 Drug Control Act. And anybody where they find guilty of their offense, then they, according to the Act, and say they go sentence them to a time not less than 30 years. So if you fumble, say you fumble the panenka, you can dabau, whether in pan drug business, you they sell or distribute or they manufacture the drug, say whether in charge you go court, if they find you guilty in 30 years, now you fumble they go spend a prison. However, the Lawyer Society, where kind of they work parallel with the Bar Association as a trade union body for the lawyer them, then put out a different tone. They say, this way the Chief Justice do so, they contrary to lay down laws. They say, well, kind of the Chief Justice do them out of exuberance and not go in line with the standard laws. Remember, the legal practice, they go, they're in a precedent. Anything where they don't start, tomorrow other people they can follow, and then they use as a reference point. So, and also, the government say now law, and they deal with, not to out of assumption, opinion, or whatever. And law strictly they go with. So if you check and say the battle against drug, then aware say it reach that level they where for take the rule of law for properly position them for let me tackle them very well. Then say the Lawyer Society believes that despite the laudable aim, the current practice direction don't put out, regrettably it deviates from them principles of the law, and then it go inadvertently. That means it by one corny way, it erase that pathway and say you innocent until the courts find you guilty. They pull and they come out from you, small or totally. So by corny, and then they say so. The law for reign supreme. We'll continue to watch that between the Judiciary of Sierra Leone and the Lawyer Society, how this go if the Chief Justice go reverse that one day based on this concern, but must have been advised or consulted other people. Away from that, the Sierra Leone police, yesterday, we see a video emerging on social media doing some spontaneous drug tests on them personnel there. So, police, if you know, say you depend drug, you take drug, like say you go take diamines for pull that smell in your mouth, or you go cham chingum for pull the smell or whatever in your mouth. You see, and get for cam. You know when in the cam. So this started yesterday, and this then kick-start with Ross Road Police Division, the divisional headquarters for the Freetown East Division of Sierra Leone Police. So this is a process where some of you don't go know. Maybe all police personnel across the country will therefore be subjected to. Just like breathalyzer, this could be breathalyzer. So they put them, well, I'm not tell you how they do them. Where they face you, then suspect you did pananka, wait said it, and can and call you. Then take that thing, then put it in your mouth, then test, and fen you. Then only they sack you. Then they subject you to the law. You get to go face the law. Remember, just now talk about how the Chief Justice planned for deal with 10 cases and we get to do with drug. We're in a pandemic. All right, so that now, but the Sierra Leone Police won. On another side of the Sierra Leone Police, then they na Liberia right now. This is the Liberia Police Headquarters conference room. You see Salome Police with the whites on the left. Now on this other image I show you on the left, yes. This other image I show you on the right, and get the Liberian police where they on the other side. Of course, you see the flag. Then they on a follow-up meeting on how them for go about for implement the agreements with them been signed about 2 weeks ago here in Freetown, na Bintuman International Conference Center. Remember, they signed an agreement for forge a partnership, and inside this planning where they on so right now, then they plan for see how best they can for set up even a Manoiva Union police chiefdom, way for be a strategic committee, way for help for drive the enforcement of things where they happen within the Mano River Union countries, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea, and La Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. So these are some of the things that are developing so far. And yesterday, the President, Julius Maada Bio, yes, it has pleased the President, announced 4 new positions, announced 4 people, individuals for serving various positions. Some of them, I'm not sure I see anyone with a new position here. You get Mrs. Nene Dabo, Board Chair, National Public Procurement Authority, Dr. Francis M. Kaikai, Board Member, Bank of Sierra Leone, Ms. Fatmata Deve Kela, Board Member, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, Ms. Nemata Majex Walker, Board Member, Guma Valley Water Company. Congratulations to them, and also congratulations to other people who made their points quite recently, including my own very friend, Professor Njai. All right. Theater, arts, and drama. We get about 3 or 4 days. Join us at the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs na King Herman Road on Saturday. Osai will bring to life theater art through the Freetown Players. Then 40th anniversary, so then they present Amistad Kata Kata. In other words, Amistad Revolt. So we all go for the Ministry of Tourism headquarters na King Herman Road for witness a lifelong, after 40 years, Freetown Players bringing theater art where we don't tell like they don't die or they die back to life. Join me after the break as we go into the conversation with Moses Massa, Nana Kamara from the Sierra Leone Correctional Service, Moses Massa, a private legal practitioner, and Simiti Lavali, a commissioner from the Human Rights Commission, as we look and go into the prisons yard and other facilities of the prisons for look into the conditions of service.
Every second that the society they make headline and they issue them, Kintinap now we aid, even for clear them, Kintikanga.
Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar. Because of course they believe in me.
So important for work on the issue today, for let the public understand.
3 values where this country stand for. 1, we cultural values. 2 with spiritual values, and 3 with moral values.
Nothing where they don't write, nothing where they don't put on internet, now in AI they give you.
Now that's make we dey bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interview on the big issues like.
We are very much optimistic, say, through the ballot, we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Not by rigging.
Because you know when they rig elections, now during the entire, for determine the system of government we want, for determine electoral laws, for do boundary delimitation.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. So we day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
This waka fine bus will be carried. If we get a proper transportation system, we'll be able to congest Freetown.
The leaders that we have is a reflection of us, the people.
The Today Show Breakfast, only on Sleep Television, Channel 37. Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Every second that the society they make headline and they issue them, kintinap now we aid. Even for clear them, kintikanga.
Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar. Because of course they believe in me.
So important for work down the issue today, for let the public understand.
3 values where this country stand for. 1 with cultural values, 2 with spiritual values, and 3 with moral values.
Nothing where they don't write, nothing where they don't put on internet, now in AI they give you.
Now that's make we dey bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interview on the big issues like.
We are very much optimistic, say, through the ballot, we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Not by rigging.
Because you know when they rig elections, now during the entire.
A new report by the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone, they highlight more or less the compounding issues within the correctional centers across the country. And then say overcrowding is still prevalent, and then that is caused more or less by some external factors. Before the Human Rights Commission put out the report last week, several other reports don't come out, well, over the years, not even quite recently, over the years, intermittently, they show same or even worse condition in some cases. One person we don't they look into that aspect there. For example, Moses Massa, a private legal practitioner, before talked to Commissioner Simiti Labali of the Human Rights Commission and Superintendent Nana Kamara of the Correctional Service. Moses, good morning and welcome to the Today Show Breakfast.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
So I'll talk to Commissioner Lavali shortly, and these reports came out last week. And then when these reports came out, I remember in 2015, you don't even put out some starkly naked reality around the correctional centers across the country. This not come to you as a shock, right?
At all not. At all not. But again, before I go into the discussion, let me first of all make a disclaimer. As you rightly mentioned, about 10 years now, me get direct engagement with the correctional centers. And what I say now, I'm not going to talk like an expert, but at least I get a common man sense, having engaged with the institution there for quite some time now. So, but I will start by saying, we want to talk about the correctional center, what people will call prison. And it's still in a prison. So the name correctional center, perhaps it was for meet donor requirements, a lot of call and correction. But as far as we know, it's still a prison. It's not about locking people no more all the time, because that's how some people will criticize the correctional center. I say, there's a lot of people up no more. If you don't get that kind of institution, they create chaos. Because regardless, even now they still get the challenges, they are useful for a country like Sierra Leone, where, as you mentioned, and I go to the problems where the report say overcrowding. Overcrowding, not to today, Panam. Overcrowding for it because of several factors, as you mentioned, not to the prison.
So you say it's still a prison, not a correctional
center? Well, I'll come to that. Well, interchangeably, I would use the word prison and correction, but for the sake of this discussion.
No, in terms of practice.
I look at practice. Me, sometimes it's not about what
people say.
Yes, it's what's happening. I know the commissioner is here. I mean, they did a very good report, research. Yeah, it's overcrowding here. We don't talk about them. As you said, 2015, I did a work, but anyway, lead to this judicial process now, where every time now, go inside the prison, look at the man already for a long time and let them go. So we say we don't work small, and but that overcrowding there is without the control of the correctional center. Assuming you go to a court, you don't commit an offense, then deny you bail. Who's the for keep you? They have to keep them there. There are other people in there where they can what we call pre-trial detainees. Like we start, but now they don't count the CPA. Even at that safe, you go still lay in correctional center, then still they try you. You understand? So, but again, that boils down to the slow criminal court processes. Sometimes, first time they don't case them quick. We call them indictable offenses that are the magistrate courts. Then go high courts as part of that research. It will take several months for them to prepare the indictment. So the place they flop. You understand? And you don't go tell the prison man say we are court person or keeper. You go get for keeper. Then the other problem where they lead to the
because at the last stage of the criminal justice system.
That's the law. Just hold them for we until Another thing we come out. This new CPA talk about another non-custodial sentencing.
The CPA, the Criminal Procedure
This 2024. So that could be one reason why make the correctional centers right across the country, but especially in Freetown, they flop because now the population really dey. You understand? So the another factor also, I don't know, perhaps the correctional officer will tell you, from 2020, if I can correct, I know if I remember say prison correctional center don't do advertisement for recruit.
I said they don't recruit 1 or 2 times.
I said I might be wrong. I'm thinking about since 2020.
Superintendents go respond to that.
Yes, she will clarify that one. And if you look at the budget allocation, money small, less than 3%. I'm not good in maths, but if you look at the money, if you look at the allocation, I don't know whether, because the last time we remember when we worked with them, it was around 19 billion euros. Omen and Carl to advocate. So by that one, 19 billion, which is like less than 2% of that budget. I don't know how much it don't go to now. You understand? The other problem also, look at Panama Road. It has been over close to 8 years now. So, at the time when they bill them, now for us a small population. But the structures, the way they, apart from Panama, way decent, way look strong. I have not gone to the provinces then. So they feel like they're small rat old them. And then old, dilapidated, better breeze, not the good hygiene facilities bad off. And then again, the other problem, lack of rehabilitation and integration programs. Then go tell you then get them. Now you come back to the question why they call them prison. Then it is called correctional centers, meaning you go, then rehabilitate you, try for train you, so that you can't commit that offense again. Then they reintegrate you into society. But for them to reintegrate you, when they rehabilitate you, then for you trainings. First of all, you want to get good thing them. Then they get correctional center, they do arts and crafts in a prison. You want to get them fine bead. I don't know whether that is the same or if it's still there. In Sierra Leone, people, these institutions, they commercialize this equipment the way government and donor partners can provide. I don't know whether then the inmates are being trained on those things the way they now say they showroom them because first they get showroom. And as I mentioned, because we believe they're not properly trained, and make people in common a correctional center, and they can't commit offense again. But again, it gets societal issues. So my way come back again, you're not going to for do. You get started for work, job facilities, you know they. But in correctional center now, they feed you every day, whether the food is good or not, and then you sleep. Nobody asks you for house rent. So some man anyway not get house. Go for well, it's about racism in the camp. La commit offense, la go inside back. You understand? So what we are saying here, if the system cannot provide meaningful rehabilitation and integration programs and opportunities, then what should they do? Would they make crime on the increase? They come back to society. It's something you ate. Somebody go jog your phone now. Jog your phone. Even if I'm so, pass me I got the post, I'm so left. No so. But if you don't want to tell me, me not man. You react. So that's why the law is there for let them deter the occurrence. Otherwise, we will not get peace. Okay. You understand? So, all the problems they were, I want to mention, Ms. Lavali, they don't bring out
so all this we talk about so not 10 years ago.
Well, I think they are still there. I've not read the report, but that report they come, it might not be far-fetched for what I mentioned.
Okay. Well, Moses Massa, thank you very much as we proceed for your court proceedings this morning. The best of luck, sir. I'll talk to Commissioner Simisi Lavali from the Human Rights Commission of Sierra Leone. Commissioner, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Patrick. Good morning, listeners and viewers.
Anything don't change from what Moses Massa say according to our reports, our findings?
Nothing much don't change, though there have been some improvements. As you say, the issue of overcrowding, and even as you highlight at the start, no go away today. First of all, the population of Sierra Leone don't increase, so obviously the crime rates don't increase. So, and then the facilities are still the same. Pademba Road, we've been, I think, in the 1800s, where they may be land for 324 inmates. When I just male inmates a day, you get over close to 2,000 people there inside. It's close to 2,000 inmates then in a facility built for 324. And it's similar issues with other male correctional centers. The situation of overcrowding not apply so much to women then. You see, because, so maybe retract. So the study we do is over a 2-week period in September. We go to 20 out of 21 correctional centers.
September this year.
September this year, September 2025, from the 2nd to the 24th of September. We go to 20 out of 21. The one where we not go to Bont Island. And maybe really we want to go there, but because of the inclement weather, it not be safe for go across there. So we go to each of them. And the majority of the correctional centers actually have male. They host male inmates.
So it's in a man they commit crime more?
Well, back then when it was a prison, the people who really commit crimes, and even now, the majority of people who commit crimes are for male. What I mean, there's the centers, some of them get the male wing and the female wing. Mm-hmm. They get some when are purely male, some when are purely female. So like, for example, in Freetown where they are, Pademba Road is purely male. Pademba Road is a male prison.
The maximum prison.
Maximum prison are purely male, and they get convicted and non-convicted, so those trial remand. Then you get the special court for the female, the female prison day special court. They get male reintegration center. So like the male and the Pademba Road, Namande, then the female get. But you get areas then like Moyamba, Kabala, Port Loko, where the center, they hold both. They get a different wing for the woman then, but not the one green infrastructure, not to separate place there. So the issue of overcrowding, as they say, now to the man side then, because even though more people are committing crimes or there are more court sittings, so that's another thing. In access to justice, we say let court sit more, but it means when court sits more people they can inside, because when they are convicted, now even in your intro again, you talk about the drugs. The drug situation is now being pushed to the correctional centers, because if you send somebody for 20 years, where are they going to be? They're just going to be in the correction. So you are 30 years. So it means overcrowding is going to get worse, because you're having people who are longer term. There's no way they're going to come out. The Criminal Procedure Act talks about alternative sentencing. But alternative sentencing does not apply to where you have custodial sentences. So it means you have more people who are going to be there. And the correctional service is making strides. There are some facilities there where they expand some when they build. So like in Waterloo, a pre-trial detention and simulation center in Waterloo, then get another block where they don't build, where they just need for let them open them up, and then they will begin use them. Then in Moyamba, we see them, they build some structures there. Then in Makeni, there are plans for them to relocate to Makeni, and obviously even Pademba Road, at some point, they may get plans for relocating out of the city. So they have plans to expand their infrastructure, but that is also one of the key reasons why overcrowding happens, because you have a system that was built for when the population of Australia was maybe less than 2 million people. Now we're 8 million. So if you do even the max, the fraction, there are going to be more people committing crimes, and you have different types of crimes. Now you have sexual offenses that they're giving you high sentencing. You have now the drugs, which regulations are coming with more. So you're going to have more
and
people.
the practice direction where the Chief Justice says, say the Negi bail.
It's you know, so people who could have been on bail, even though the Constitution says the only, well, the Constitution says bail is still a right. It's still a right.
Yes.
But obviously, for felonious things and for murder and treason, then they can decline you. But even that, a judge still has the right to give bail, but the practice directions are saying contrary. So that's why I guess Lawyer Society was saying what they are. But what I'm saying is that when those decisions are being made, you also, even as much as we're trying to protect the society, but let us look at also what are the ramifications. When you have longer term, are the correctional service ready to deal with drug dealers? Because there are a different set of people. You also don't want these people mixing with the other populace who are going to come out soon. You don't know what transfer of knowledge, because as at now, they're not separated. When you go in, whether you're convicted or whether you're not convicted, you are in the same facilities. The only facilities that are purely for convicted is the male reintegration center. It's supposed to be for those convicted. And yes, and those going to go out soon. But now I think there's a mix. And then the one in Mafanta, which is in Magruka, where it is purely convicted males. But all the other places, and for the women, everybody's together. So what happens to those people who drug lords, you mix them up with regular people who are going to go out in the next 3 months, 6 months, what are you going to do? Then those who have, who are drug addicts, do the correctional service have the ability to treat those drug addicts there? Because it's like having somebody who's got a medical condition. So anyway, but going back to, I mean, these are just some of the things that when decisions are being made, you have to also look at the other side, what is going to happen. So that's why in our reports, we did not just look at the situation of inmates, but we looked at what are the facilities, what are the infrastructure. Because we want the correctional service to hold these people. As Master said, prisons, unfortunately, are a necessary evil in society. We need people to be there. As I said, when November 26 happened and everybody left Padembe Road, I was scared. Because I'm thinking, there are some people who need to be behind bars. They can't be out. But when they're there, how do we change their mindsets? How do we make them useful so that when they come out, they do not commit crime or they do not become a worse hindrance to society? So, so the first thing we did was look at the facilities. Like I said, the facilities are not enough.
Like this? We get bad toilet facilities.
Yeah, so they're old, they need to be rehabilitated, you need to be expanded. Some of them have toilets inside the cells, like at the special court. You know, those were built at international standard, and you have the newer ones.
Toilet or latrine?
Well, toilet and wash area for the newer ones. The older ones are like outside latrine. Then when they are locked up, they get buckets.
Buckets
inside? The buckets.
Inside the cell?
Yes, inside the cell. And get one bucket for use toilets. Then they also get another separate bucket for drink water after hours.
So you drink water inside the same cell, outside the toilet?
Well, not the same cell, unfortunately.
Okay,
but not different.
You get compartments?
No, not different buckets then. Okay. You know that black bucket who go there.
Superintendent Nana say we can clarify some of these things for me.
Yes. So I'm just saying this for those old cells we didn't get. Because actually when those cells were built, the idea was that one person, one cell. But now, obviously, definitely, down to the standard, you have cells where you have 6, 8. The highest cell where we go, I think, we get up to 60 people there inside one room, one cell. And obviously, ventilation is an issue and everything. So, so we have the facilities, and we also look at even the correctional service. They're understaffed; they don't get enough staffing. But recently, they're in a recruitment drive. But you know, say recruitment goes with funding.
Yes.
If Ministry of Finance not give you the money, you know they will recruit. So they are going on a recruitment drive because they are really the ratio of officers to inmates a very high. One officer, they look after so many inmates. And so that is a security risk. Then we look at even outside and tap. We get areas in up country where they send and deploy the up country. They don't get barracks. Then they go rent now the community. That is a security issue.
But the small salary they receive.
Well, they don't even they get housing allowance by the money where they get. So you don't get housing allowance.
And then salary
is small, among all the security forces, what we observe, they have the least benefits or the least things. And the thing is the security risk. Remember, this officer is not near where they are. So if they are called upon in an emergency, they cannot react immediately because then they live with the community. So in fact, the worst scenario now where we see in Mafanta, when are they, as I say, now all the convicts and the nearest village to Mafanta are 3 miles away. Some people they all the way Makeni, which is, I don't know if it's 10 or 18 miles away. So it means that if there is something happening,
Mabroka
now to Mafanta.
Yes.
So it means every day that's where they commit from. If there is an issue, because it's about when you have something like what happened in Pademba Road when there was a riot, you need those who are on leave or on rotation, you need to call them for backup. How do those people come? They don't even get vehicle where they go. So we also look at logistics, how then they move inmates and go to courts. Freetown then gets the Black Maria, we can see they go. But like upline, even like Waterloo, now one game Black Maria, they carry, then go Waterloo court, they carry, then go York. So it means that even in York, when they sit York, they left earlier before court don't save, or they arrange, because from York, they get to go back, Waterloo pick up, and then go. Then you get the area like when me go, because me go Moyamba, I go the south, others and go the north and the east and the west. Like in the south, Moyamba no gets first of all a Black Maria. It gets they open back van. Then Moyamba they cover Moyamba town, they cover Moyamba junction, they go as far as my 91 in this westward direction. Really? Then back now they go the other way back again for go route. I forget him in time. I get for go back time. Then on the other direction, in they cover is it Bang Back Took and Roti Funk, something
Bang
like that.
Took, then
yes, so all that side.
This is
yeah. So and yes, and route side if they sit court. So that one they only have one vehicle. They are going in different directions. So what happens is not to every then get maybe 2 days and they go this other direction, the other 2 days and go the other direction. So it means if you cut dates. Then therefore they adjourn your case every week because now when you schedule
and now in fact get high risk. Imagine you get a criminal, somebody then charged for a high level of criminal, felonious offenses, for murder or some robbery or what have you. They transport them from Bambato, for example, or Wutai for Kautan and Moyambatong, or from Moyambatong
road you get for the go slow.
Then wood and they bad and all that stuff, and they high risk. They can set up for them along the way.
Well, so those are the things. I mean, luckily we don't get them reports them, but I mean, people can think far ahead, and then can get broke down.
Yes.
Apart from for that, when they move to get broke down, and then they move because remember we all know those roads are really bad. And as I say, you're overburdened because you are going several different directions just for one correctional center. So that also they lead to overcrowding because when the person they go court, in case they progress. Then we had so that's another issue where they affect the staff. So then even for training and then the facilities. Then going now quickly to some of the issues where we find out, and one which I just allude to just now, that then they separate the inmates. One because they don't get the space. Two, they see a security risk. But the Nelson Mandela rules, where would they use as the standard for how would they assess them? See if or separate them. Because somebody when they go through trial is not convicted yet. So he's still innocent until proven guilty, not for mixed with Daniel where they don't convict. Because the knowledge exchange, Daniel we don't convict, innocent I did it. He go able for impart other thing. And then you get some young people that way something offense and then 3 months, 6 months. You can't mix with hardcore people then. So even like this drugs thing, they can't put young impressionable person, they can't mix with a drug lord in a correctional center. What is going to happen when that person goes out? Then they go get all the trade secrets, something, and they go turn the runner. So those are the things, non-separation. I say because of the overcrowding and also security issues where the correctional service say. Then they classify them again according to risk, whether you are high risk or low risk, as I say. Because somebody when I just minor larceny, yes, it's if mobile phone, but sometimes they add up or other issue. You know, mix up with somebody when I deliberate, planned and organize something.
Robbery, especially.
Then we look at food, the food issue. The inmates them they complain say the food not do. Then they give them food. Then they can give them breakfast. Then they give them lunch and dinner joined together. So lunch and dinner one because then they lock them up early. So then somebody complain say the food not they do for them some not sweet. Deciding where we go some of the staff that where they go.
So prisoners say they complain about sweet food, not sweet food.
Because the only difference between an inmate and somebody outside is your freedom. But everything else you should enjoy.
Well, especially the one a convict. Wait if you complain about sweet food, not sweet food. If not political, then you will understand. But me, God forbid.
Yeah, you pray God forbid, but you never know. You can be at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's why in prison, you should always make sure that the things are right in there. Because for whatever reason, people are there who either because of their conscience or their religion or what they have said or being at the wrong place. Like now, God forbid if somebody die in na Slick TV around this vicinity. But then they can all my way there around 9 and they round up. then put in a what he say. When you go to court down, I need this scatter, you where they go don't do investigation. But at that particular point in time, once there's a dead body and nobody can account for that.
And when they all it tastes the same environment.
And not the same thing no more, you know. So I'm just saying, sometimes people think that, oh, the only way they're prison are bad people. Then I mean, I was having this discussion with my daughter when she asked me what I'm doing here. And she's like, oh, you mean it's those bad people you're going to talk about? I said, no, it doesn't mean that everybody there is a bad person. And even if they're a bad person, they still have rights. She said, bad people have human rights, and I was trying to educate her. But that's the idea. A lot of people think that because you're an image, you know, you have every other right. We're not saying you should have the quality, the best restaurant food, but the food will go able to nourish you. Now the rights, therefore get right for food and the weighty safe. Then, but obviously the food issue linked to finances, okay, will not be mentioned, that they are struggling, as Master said, their budget to look. And it doesn't come on time, because you can have a budget, but even the allocation for let come on time, then they struggle.
Because what's at the senior, so for the 2026 budget, for example, where Ministry of Finance put out, it's a loan correctional service. They get 240,000, 240,806,800 loans.
So did they say is that for everything?
Where they above the Sierra Leone police?
No, but is that for everything? Because if it includes their salaries, then maybe only 1/3 is for their running. Because when they say budget, it's everything. So even like for Human Rights Commission, when they put a budget, it includes the salaries for everybody for 12 months plus the subvention. So if that amount might sound a lot, but they are now recruiting people. So it means all of those people, the salaries for all of those people. Then you take now what is actually the amount that will be given to them to run. And that's where the problem is, the running. A lot of them in our research, we find out, say, the food, the contractors, and they supply them. And the contractors, we found out some haven't been paid for almost 2 years.
Really?
Yes. They're now backlog. They get backlog of several months.
So when the money come out, and they take them for pay debt?
Yes.
Eventually, if the money can.
Ministry of Finance go pay it, because most times not indirectly. But if they come up from under that allocation where they don't give,
obviously,
or pay them. So somebody, how long you go to supply people then? So when they're ready, let's say if they cut down on the supplies where they can meet them, then say get for other ways and for supplements. Then they come up with creative ways. Then can get for go big trucks to market people, to business people then at their location, because you know it is a security issue. If people are hungry, a hungry man is an angry man. So
I'll come to you back shortly, Commissioner Simiti Lavali. I talked to Superintendent Nana Sisi. Sorry I called you Kamara earlier. I know your husband would not vex. They're not vex anyways. Now you're the head of media and public relations, the Sierra Leone Correctional Service, the prison service. Say, we not get correctional service in Salona, prison will still operate. Now the name no more change. So how true is it, with all within the Human Rights Commission highlight, nothing not change, not so? Not true.
Well, you waiting the commissioner say, because they get a checklist where they can always check what we meet, what we partially meet, and what we not able to meet. But all, as they say, all just boil down to the finances available. Because we make do with what we get. Like for the overcrowding issue, so then they now overuse phrase now, all man know that they, because we numbers them now the crime rate in the country and they determine we numbers them per day. If the crime rate high, it means say we number them will keep swelling every day, because the more people you know say we then at the far end of the justice system, we they for receive. If the crime they high, rate high, then so we number themselves will be very, very high. And you can attest to that. You know, say the same old infrastructures and that we still they use for make we able for keep the inmates them. And Commissioner also made mention of separation. For make you succeed for classifying inmates, you get sufficient space. Because if you don't get the space, at the end of the day back, you go still put that low-risk inmates inside the high-risk inmates because of the number them very, very high. But if we get the requisite accommodation, then we go able for make we classify or separate the inmates accordingly how it for be. Because as we work, we enter first we centers them, it seems as you don't enter the lions den. Because the number of inmates per officer no match the number of the inmates outweigh we own number per shift. So if like we get the kind accommodation for you to separate them.
Like high risk for una.
Exactly. But if we get the kind accommodation, then we go able know now say, well, this because na high risk inmate, in go dey this part. In go get the appropriate security way if forget because in a high risk inmate. And even the classification also go able for help the managers them, then decision them. As to which program will be suitable for this high rate inmate, especially when you don't watch in criminal history, you don't see a offending pattern, how they offend. You don't know say, well, this person, it don't come force, it still use weapon for armed person. It come back the second term, now the same way. So if we get the space...
And like Moses mentioned earlier, so Monday, where in season they come, they wait for commit offense. You don't get rent, you don't get for go pay rent. You don't have to pay for food. You know, say they feed them free, they lodge them free, no matter the condition at the prison. So you better let them go feed them free, then lodge them free.
So too, because we even with the work on the street, some of them they tell you, the mommy, Christmas are they come.
Really?
Sure. Then they tell you that the Christmas are they come.
So they don't spend Christmas.
Yeah, then they tell you then in season they not mind and they go commit them petty crimes. They will go just can put them inside there for meet up like 3 months or 6 months, meet up the in season done, then it come out back. Moses Master wait to say in all like inmates and they will just the angry in season can go pickpocket you know say I done a petty crime, they know I know candidate for too long, then go accommodate me after the in season, then I go come out nado.
For all you final. You wouldn't know pickpocket it. After all, you don't find. Yeah, people away, they look for the opportunities and they just let them go find quiet outside in the parents for or pay for outside restaurants or cookery shop. Yes,
but as I talk, Commissioner tell you, there are things then the way we serve with where to get, we still they manage and instead of sure say see some improvement.
Okay.
Because even though with the same old facilities them, we still able for manage, even though we constrain them, we just they push hard just to make the inmates and they are in peace. Because the inmates, when you watch, not to we the officer then commit the crime against. So we not need for treat them that kind of way. Because then self a human being just like me and you. And if you watch, you take a closer look at we register, you find out say most of the inmates they are so na youth. And their youth are now we labor force. So like when they to we with what we get we can able manage for do some AFAF rehabilitation program because rehabilitation program are just like a whole school system and education is not cheap at all. So if you say we're able to extend that now all the centers, then the reason at times we can make some centers not able to get now still this accommodation because you're not going to take a cell turn into neither a rehabilitation center outside inmates and go can learn small thing. It's not go possible because then they're a cell. You don't know waiting that inmates they go down small go hide some side. But if we get the space where we want,
how do we manage smuggle and safe?
Like what I said, maybe they work now. You get tools the way they go use, maybe
okay.
carpet. Sometimes you never can tell. Do that, you go just take one. Okay, where inside one of the materials or under there and keep her. So now that make we need the space. But I'm glad because we boss themselves down the push and we ministry self where they in charge of it. Said they push. Yeah, like government said on the series and say yes, they need bigger space. Commissioner made mention of that. They say we get some building the way the project ongoing, we then go sooner wrap up and hand over. We are sure say that will go a very long way for make we able for decongest we centers them. Because if you look the one at Moyamba, even the one at Waterloo, even this one self where they na reintegration na so, itself go able for help we for make we decongest we centers them. Even though we know say.
But then they use buckets and the buckets. And then sell them for toilet.
Yes, then they use bucket.
At the same sell them back and they did the inquater.
No, then get the water bowl. Who side then can put the water. Then get side where then they put them.
But inside the same cell.
Yeah, differ from who side then they put the bucket where then they use for as toilet.
The bottom line, superintendent, me who's are the poo and that the drink back.
Well,
no matter whether I separate the bucket.
They're not close to the well, we even now houses them. More take this practical example. you see person wey maybe get they overcrowded houses dem. Then yard, exactly. Now the same way, because of the crowd, you not go able say you go able provide everything at once. You then a big ocean, sometimes the toilets where then are there, yard, sometimes are only one. You press, the other person press. The other person no be no option. I just offend one same that kind bucket today and do what they do. The way you come on, I go for go clean and empty. Now the same problem. All this problem they will talk about so. Now the same overcrowding and they cause all that. Because the more the inmates encounter, the more the problems then for we.
So total of prison organ at the continent 21.
Yeah, 21.
21. The most overcrowded in Pademba with the maximum prison.
Yes.
So even after November 26, where over 2,000 inmates escaped.
Yes.
It still remain overcrowded.
As at this morning, now 1,798 inmates and they will unlock this morning.
From November 2026.
See, I will tell you, say the crime rates now they determine with numbers then.
So over 2,000 escaped in November 2023.
Yes.
And from 2023 November, in fact, not even November, 2023 December.
Yeah.
Because inmates are making go inside the back no so.
Yes.
2023 December to date, when I don't clock almost 2,000 back.
Yes, because at today the unlocking number now 1,798.
1,798. Out of that number, they almost not convict, almost not remand inmates.
We are not going able to give the breakdown because I be just curious this morning for know exactly the unlocking number.
Okay.
For me, I know exactly how
so
much
inmates
for Pademba Road they unlock this morning. I they tell you say the crime rate and December exactly. As December they come with numbers and they swell. Because some man no one know just go do them kind petty crime where they go just can lock up for just few months. It can relax, or maybe I don't know if na the Christmas food. Maybe it don't say no Christmas the jollof rice can so boku me big chicken me soft drink. Why then I not go able to get and so the only way I can do my come and enjoy the Christmas.
Go vacation.
Yes, they go just say well decide say well you know it's I just go fend one mommy I go just stiff in fall. Then can me go I can meet up me Christmas rest eat and enjoy.
So can thief Commissioner Lavali.
No, like commissioner and them party. So they go don't look left for them because now they're party now.
Oh, they notify.
It don't be part of we system now because we go there, you go see them all around them. Hey, commissioner and this, then confide in them. Then go tell auntie na this na that, and then so we they go. And instead get yes as mama they listen to them and then they try for map the way forward. But one thing was say the recommendations them way after the reports we then give. Well, me, I can always say the report here not to know which on for we. It help we for make we know exactly who side we don't come, how far we don't reach, and who side we left for make we go able reach. And it even help for make the officers in charge of the different centers know who side more than need for lay emphasis. Like we don't go around so you don't give that the recommendation there. We boss now, then they come together at management level, then sit down. All meeting, try for look the recommendation them and map out the strategies that we then go use for make we go able for implement waiting and don't tell we.
No listen to the recommendation Commissioner. What not anything they want to recommend save.
The team were glad for the report as well. At first the report and just focus on the inmates and they forget we the caregivers but this time around commissioner then do a very good job. We make we serve some of who we happy because then capture we into the report.
In the sense of conditions.
Yeah, we condition.
Yes, Commissioner, what are some of the recommendations?
Yes, so as you say, because one let them the correctional service and the officers and be able to do the work. Because so when they hold them to a high standard, they no get excuse. So these three we look at. So some of the recommendations we will give for the correctional service in SSF, then for develop policies for ensure corrections officers and get access to dedicated medical. They not get medical. Police get police hospital, military get military hospital, corrections. Then like anybody, then they go pay na private na government.
Out of the small salary.
Yes, out of the Lily salary.
They not get medical allowance.
They not get medical from what we observe. They not get medical and they not get medical facilities. They can't even use the medical facilities within the correctional.
This is what I would say. What a wow.
Yeah, even
You don't mean
the inmates can get medical facilities where they not get, because in every correctional center we meet and get medical facility. It was not the greatest of things, but then basic thing for malaria, drip, and then they get one medical officer way, like a CHO assigned. Then only in Freetown and I think Bo also, then get like a doctor way assigned where they go. But then get some
out of the 21 prisons.
Yes, but then get contracted medical personnel we can go around the way they do operations. Like we go Moyamba, then we just don't do hernia operations, bow and put you on them. We promise and say then they come. So then get some then they do referrals to the government hospital. So you receive in here from Pademba Road, na Connaught, then we go Bow government hospital. But the issue is that other they pay. At times the contracted person where they get debts for pay, go do the things and then pay later. Other times that the center manager get for pulling your money. But then self not get medical. Then risk allowance. This kind of work when they do, they not get risk allowance for them. Then they need capacity building training. Then beddings for the we put beddings there for the beddings. How do the inmates there. The bedding for see the che mattress there with the little pa.
Now they explain for later they don't have 5 side.
We have international standard. The Nelson Mandela, you know, say Nelson Mandela with the prison, and he wrote down rules which were standard minimum treatment of inmates, of prisoners. And this it says in fact saying one cell to one inmate, and for they don't pan bid. But we water and down we say mattress. But even the mattress if you know they. Yes, they forget for side for they don't.
So they're grown.
They write now ground then keep put both. Not to all. You have some inside say you get like 2 or 3 mattresses we good, we better small, and then the other one in a chair. Then the mattress and obviously not to one person they don't pay one mattress, you get 3 or 4. Some people then some side them with the area say like the Pademba Road and by shifting the little because you say you get 20, 30 people who side in the little. Where some little small they give chance to the other company for little. So they need to get mattress.
Inside cell and then they get the 5 there. Then they govern the area.
Yeah, the 509 at the head, every cell guy
so
one person.
For as long as you want for sleep, nobody else want to sleep.
No, but other people, anyone no go sleep. But what I'm saying, when you have a place where something, if you lay down like sardine, now 10% and now 20, just means saying logically 10 people not go for sleep at that time. So where the other grab the next man.
Or then go sleep standing.
Well, I'm not going to call that this sleeping and relaxation. But, you know, so mattress and then jumper. That is the jazzy. Because when you're not inmate, each category, if you're not remand, you get uniform, trial, you get uniform, convicted, you get uniform. But some of the centers not get enough. Some they get surplus. So they say, we're not going to share with the other, we're not get equal. But not all man gets. Because you forget, the prison will say you forget the clothes when they give you when they're jumper. And then not all man get jumper. Then education. The McKinney, Unimac, we thank God for them. Then they do, I'm sure I don't hear it, they do degree courses, diploma courses.
For some years now, yes.
Yes, so they are trailblazers with that. So the other correctional centers now, they try for see how they go with Jala, Frabic College, all it's siding, where they get like a tertiary education or something, so that the inmates, especially the convicted one, let them do something. But now even when you're now unconvicted, because of where you case they go high courts, you go take the minimum where you go spend something at 1 year. It means they need to keep you gainfully employed. So they have the facilities. Some of them have their facilities, but they never got the materials. We see tailoring machines in most of the centers that will go. But obviously, if you not get the cloth then for do, you not get the thread and things then, how they go do the tailoring? But they have inmates, they have the officers. Most of them have officers who are trained to do these skills to teach them. But because the things are not the materials and whatever are not there. So the skills training is not all correctional center then get them, both male and female. The male then can try a bit more, female and then go soft because the woman is not so boku. So they find out say they know they seem for make that effort they forget skills training opportunities for the woman. But they also, however long they're there for, they also need for keep them gainfully employed. So that's at the correctional center. Then the Ministry of Internal Affairs, when at their oversight ministry, in Ainget right now, we get an act, the Sierra Leone Correctional Service Act 2014. But the rules and where they actually govern the day-to-day running, now the 1960 rules and still they use the old one where we go with the Prisons Act. So they need for review down there. From when we join the commission, where they look at the rules day-to-day in our past, and we need those rules to be updated. So. Yes, well, 7 years. So then the vehicles that are mentioned down there, they need to get more vehicles. Then we give them some vehicles in 2020, but you not been do. And then some, maintenance now. And then look, like even if they give more about, they give, by the way, the 2 districts, they will not get a center. Falaba and Karine, because those are the two new ones.
Karine
and then Ibilam, but from where then Ibila, I think it don't take several years. I don't know why not done yet. Then obviously Mongoyon, it go difficult for letting Bilian now, but then go for good. So like then they go Kabbalah for them. So the vehicles then they're not getting enough vehicles for accommodating people, accommodation. Then perimeter fences. Some of the places then like at the pretrial detention, because the people they don't build near there, now risk security risk, they can jump and go now the person house. Then pretrial Cambia, then Pujon, they need a secure perimeter fence. Power, they not get lights, and you go if you say, oh, why then for enjoy, but when you're locked up when this place is dark, it's also a security risk because it means they're not able to. Then even for keep them data. If you don't have lights, they cannot use computers. So even if you want to donate computers to them to update, to keep their records.
And the inmates and with the sneak for go fencing them for hide the way.
No, because when they don't lock them up at 4 o'clock, the place is dark in there. I mean, all sorts of things can be happening. So you know, then medical personnel, I say they get one we need forget 2 because that one person will go. You know they go leave. Because if you go, they take care of them at the place. So we need at least 2 in each center. Then it's formal and informal education for keep them brought. You know, Mandela and inside prison study become a lawyer. So we want also those facilities to be available for those who are staying long, especially then drug people now they can do 30 years. What do they get for they do? You get for find something for them for let them they do.
Feed them free.
Feed them free.
Treat them, but then also when they feed them, treat them a day.
That's what is. As I said, the 3rd meal is some cereal, the 2nd na double. So now you for keep your own small food.
I don't know how many times they eat for this. So
now we don't taste the food where they talk about. So on side we go the food fine. Yeah, eat the bread safe now, by the sweet. Then the that telling say dear let not reduce on a ration or I don't can give me on a bread. And then even the one that we go McKinney they eat. But we go put you on the food not be so good, so we give you feedback to the person. Say dear let go the watch waiting the cook they do. Then space, they need forget space, so they talk about nutrition and health, separate blocks, like for the correctional centers where I say they get the male and female, they didn't have one building, they need for separate, it's one of the standards, they for keep them separate. So down in that, the trial detention.
Let them know who married today.
Well, yes, Machujong, Pujong, Portuloko, Kabbalah, they one and they. Then Freetown, they get Pikine, because we not be seeing any at Kenema. Freetown, we forget child, they get child-friendly center na Freetown, yeah. But the act say that whosoever then they keep females and they need for make that provision in case belly woman suckling mother they did for lay the pikin because the pikin even though it's in there with the mama but it's that pikin not to inmate not to they behind intention so if we get access to child friendly issues then we say for let them be represented at the National Security Coordination Council. At the moment they are the only like key security sector when the city, the IG, and then the military, the RSLAF, then the city. But the correctional service, they know the city and the Minister of Internal Affairs. So if you say, then say forget that chance, so when they talk...
So with all the risk they have, so then get all the disadvantage they have as well, in terms of the conditions and then in terms of the integrity.
Exactly.
Anyways, let me open the call line quickly. 072-500-442, you can call and join the conversation. 072-500-442. Now the number you will call and join this conversation. We did look into the state of affairs into the prisons. You see images of how overcrowding, where they take place at the prison, the 21 prisons across the country, and then say, according to Human Rights Commission, the reasons more or less are external. They come more or less from part of the judicial processes, and then at the highest part, then at the last part of the justice sector. We'll get a caller. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello? Please don't blow the line. We call, as your phone begin, just turn down the volume of your TV, like just urge you, or you move away from your TV set so that we don't get negative feedback. And when you call, you hear you obviously, so go on with your point, introduce yourself and tell who's you call from and make your point. I get Simiti Lavali, Commissioner of Human Rights Commission. I got Superintendent.
Good morning, sir.
Mariam Asise from the Correctional Service. Good morning.
Let God continue for guide and bless now all for this one that we do.
Thank you, sir.
You know the difference between Africa prison and overseas prison. Now the problem is Africa prison now slavery. If I will go now, like if we let Panepa Road, there salon prison, say if we go now, they go la baba trick them back. Thing will not be ever sabi. Now they go sabi then criminal business and they. If they educate them like how that woman they talk so, go store mechanic, go learn how to make shoes, give them peace. So that person they in brain the bad way to not go for do anything. But if the person don't commit crime, they go meet the worst thing and forget you and let the government know how to treat people in another place there.
Okay.
For rehabilitate them. Look at the one that they took. The one that the officer said, look the point in there where the office stand. No good toilet facility. Let God bless you now.
Amen. Thank you very much. 072-500-442. But again, they ask if people are outside not get training opportunities, then they get training opportunities at the prison or for prisoners. They go lead some other people for commit offense so that they will get that training opportunities at prison. On the flip side, not so. So 072-500-442. Call them, join the conversation. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Turn down the volume of the TV, please. I'm afraid we'll go get for cut you with respect if you TV in volume day up or you day near your TV set. What you call the moment your phone begin, turn down the volume of your TV set or you move far away from your TV set so that will not get negative feedback. 072-500-442, now the number where you go call from across the country or wherever you watch me from on channel 37 or Facebook page. We got a caller on the line. Good morning. Unfortunately, we lost that. So join the conversation as well on our Facebook page. You can left for you comment on our Facebook page. We will find time for read that as well. So you know this concern already, Commissioner, and this is also worrying for this country. But again, they ask the question: why we need for accord people within a prison with so much? Well, I can agree and understand the correctional service officer then, their welfare and conditions no appreciable. But prison inmates, especially convicted people, they give them scope more than society.
Why not they give them scope?
Why would other countries, for example, then the state they establish farms?
Yeah, I just want to reach to that side. They say maybe we're not being also. So there are places where they do agriculture, like in Mafanta, they get huge land. So they're doing agriculture. Then inmates are even allowed for go work. So the lower risk inmates they were convicted, then they go work. So I don't know if you've been see a couple of weeks ago, Chief Minister show where they build Magboka Boys School. They extend Magboka Boys School, now inmates and they part of that. Now my construction work when they do, then they use inmates alongside with the contractors. So there are places where, but mainly in a male, we not see any of those opportunities yet open to females. But to the male inmates there, especially in the rural areas, we work opportunities and then they give them. And that money where then they get, and they share and 3. Then they get one portion, 1/3 where they do with them, where then they use for the day-to-day, where then they keep for them at the correctional center. Then they get 1/3 where then they keep where they left. So by the way, they want the way they work, where then they left, that they package, that they money where they don't get together for them, then they take them. Even for the female then, where they sell them products then, they can get money where they left. So where then they go now, you package that where then they give you, for you where they work. Then 1/3 they left now the correctional center as contribution to developing the correctional center. So they get the opportunities there. So Mafantana one place where get the ability for do a lot of farming where in fact at the launching the ESB they say this feed saloon they need for work with them because they have these people here who want skills so that when they leave, because no matter what, people are going to leave. So, and the thing you need to know is that at every point in time, people are coming and going. Mm-hmm. So even though today, as at the time of our report, there were in the 20 correctional centers, we had 5,476. That was the number we counted. But across when you add all the 20, 5,473 at that point in time. As at every day, people are coming, people are leaving. So in a year, you don't know how many. If they were the way to count, maybe you have 10,000 people who will pass through their doors in 1 year. So you can't say that you're going to ignore those number of people. You have to do something for them, especially the ones that are convicted. Luckily for our figures, we find out, say, out of that 5,476, the greater majority are convicted people. As at September, the greater majority were convicted. So those convicted, I think it was 3,000 or more. Those 3,000 or more people, you have to get them engaged. Some of them are going to be there for 6 months. Some of them are going to be there for 20. Pademba Road gets, I think last time we checked, 180 people will get high sentence. What are you going to do with those people? You have to keep them engaged. You have to be, and they're going to come out. Mm-hmm. It can be some people, as I say now, you wait and catch cheap and drugs now, you get bad luck now. Because you only were mats in the pool. Later on, as time they go on, you will see the sentencing will start to reduce when the situation is curbed, right? But some of those people, they will have the ability to go on appeal. I have done appeals when I was at Advocate. That was my job. I give the example of, they had 3 ladies way back in 2005 or something. They convicted them for marijuana. Well, their own version was that now one whole truckload of cannabis. Now then catch, and they're not able to run. The man there, the driver, everybody they run away. So then when they catch, now then they sign for 15 years and 5 years. 5 years for conspiracy because I've been more than one. 15 years for the crime because that was what the Drugs Act said at the time, minimum of 15 years. So in total correction, add and they say at 20, but legally it should have been just 15 because the 5 years before run at the same time with the 15. So on appeal, we were able to have it overturned.
Commissioner, we'll get a caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and the call from, please.
Victor.
Yes, Victor, talk loud for you, please, Victor.
The reason, you for them, not to you look. Now, you box the food before for them, now they look good. One, overcrowding begins from the police and the judiciary. The police, then problem they get. If you see you only complain first, they don't want to, they know because they know they did. So, if you see only complain first, they don't even investigate. Then they send on a direct report. Court themselves, you get some lawyer then, who they take people in case, they need appear. So what do they do? All they send a remind. So that overcrowded day, it starts with them two-sidedly. Okay. So, when you back at the talk, some government, the judiciary, they make reform. So, some petty crimes in this, for the federal camp for community labor. That's what therefore they do.
All right.
I'm going to take that. Bye.
All right, thank you very much. Eddie Grant agreed to say, good morning, everyone. Jethro Johnson, our Facebook page, says, stay out of trouble all the time. Ariel Al-Hojos, they say, wow. Osman F. Kamari, they say, good morning, everyone. They agree to me. Good morning, as well. John Joseph Staff Jr., they say, good morning, Slick TV, today's show. And so to speak. Superintendent Nana, if I come back to Commissioner Lavalley and close this conversation, how much does they affect on our operations as a correctional service? How much it already affects on our operations? With over 5,000 inmates across the country, about more than half of that now convicted inmates, and then almost 2,000 are freetown, Pademba Road alone. How much is the impact on our operations?
One, like, and the overcrowded centers, one like where Commissioner just make mention, that even for go leave, you're not going to go leave because we number, the inmates the number far way outweigh with the officers the number. So you remember, say, well, if 5 people and from this section go leave, they would have then go there now for secure the inmates them. And they make majority of we know they go leave. But thank God, then they round up the recruitment process where they will soon display the names them for make we bring in new Sierra Leoneans the way we can help we for do we security work now with different centers them. Because we they make do like I just tell you earlier on, what till we get now we use for make we keep for push security work go before. Yes, what we get now self they use for push we work go before, but really easy. I just happy where this recruitment process go can start, where then go the training. There are more numbers then go can maybe then they go able help for make we go able now for go they go leave where we tend for go leave. Because for just the work so they go leave, it go get effect on your health. We just pyramid and try go na the training school and then come for make we all push security work go before. And I go one a much small part this rehabilitation where they wonder why they so focus on. It's so much important because when you rehabilitate one inmate, it'll be like a multiplier effect. Because that one great inmate, they go out now as an employer, we go set up your own small business after maybe you don't do in tailoring or in carpentry. So you go out now, you go able to go set up in small business. Because if you be say you be the parts for help for make with the make renting the whole the display so now we showroom. Then go they keep that small money. The way they left, then go give you bank ID, where you go able to draw that money there for use as a startup capital. If you go now your community now, one, you don't go as employer. Two, yourself, you don't create job for yourself. Three, you get for give back to the country because you get for pay small tax where the government go use that money there again for develop maybe the community where you dey. So I know I may kick at land they say because then they we not for rehabilitate them. We need for do especially the one they way now like frequent away then just don't take we sign now like say na the family house. If you go now with that kind of skill we do acquire way in our center, and not say you not go again now that in wrongdoings them we bring them back. You go pay attention now for waiting the bidon land we go be able to get a decent living go make it not come back.
I look for self go vacation, but also prisons. So lastly, what you want for left as a message rather to the society at large and the authorities were responsible for address these affairs?
Well, me, I just want to say, like how them will be discussing at the launching of the report, that then recommendation there, so may not just acknowledge them, may them make them actionable. That waiting the reports recommend, may they all endeavor for do them so that we all go push security work go before. And to Sierra Leoneans they out there, this is not just a plea. If you know say you get any skill where you learn, come na the correctional service. Una go do a MOU where you say go they able come inside for help because the inmates they not to say they say na human being like we now brothers them, we sister them, we husband them, we wife them, we friends them. So if you come in and come for try for help them for acquire some skills. I know say this country will be a better place for we and it will go for reduce the crime rates in the country.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Nana Sise, Head of Media and Public Relations at the Sierra Leone Correctional Service. They talk to you about, they respond to the report where paint or highlights the challenges of overcrowding, where more or less external to the correctional service operations, where they cause some serious challenges for them work them. See already people clustered, cramped in one particular room, dark room. Hygiene condition is also, well, I don't say poor, terribly poor. Anyways, Commissioner Lavalley, finally.
Yes, so very quickly, the last caller I kind of mentioned something we know talk about the criminal justice thing.
Yes.
So another aspect where they deal with overcrowding, now the court system. We get districts then where supposed to get resident magistrates, but the magistrate not resident there and not they sit regularly. So then they obviously the impact if you know the sit, the cases and then go before. But magistrates and generally in every district you get magistrates. Then for the high court, now not every district get a high court judge. So you also mean that where the high court not sits, now then place and day. So for example in Mayamba, in Pujom, the last time they get high court sitting have been February this year. So it means from February to as at the time we're going now, we not get updates say they don't get high court sitting. It means say all the cases that went for don't go to high courts, no the progress. So that the impact. So people who could have gone through the system, they could have done something, they don't rub the 2 years. If they don't go to high court, they don't sentence them to 2 years, they don't come out. But they're now within the system. Then legal representation. Yes, you get legal aid board, then they try, but not only in the district headquarter towns. You go see them at Frito, you see them in Bo, Kenema. But you know, and when you see them like Moamba, you see them there, you know, go see them Nakambia, Kabbalah. So then they also the impact because we all know so when you get lawyer, in case they go before. When you don't get lawyer, people then they go courts, then report, then they go courts, then they sit. So you get the one where they go courts, where they wait indictment, they wait for some time. You get the one where they go court, you know they sit court. Then you get the one where you go court, sometimes then calling case, witness no come, witness no come, state council no this. So there are so many things where the judiciary also gets something for do. And
sometimes, in fact, not to their own fault. That the witness, either the witness not well or the lawyer not well.
You see,
all of them,
so all of those things,
natural causes.
So yeah, so what I mean for the inmates, they want let them case school before, and when you are try jointly with others, you also they delay because sometimes they will give one person bail, and quickly mentioning issue of bail. bail conditions will be the final. There are also a chunk of people who are there, they're not able to meet the bail condition, because bail condition, you might not think say high if you didn't have free tongue, but upline they go to say car with house book or car with bank statement. Basically, you don't get the person bail, because you know will get possible will meet a bail condition. Then he sentence, then they get a heavy fine. So you were free tongue, sometimes they fine you 500 leons, 1,000 leons. You able to find who pay for you. Upline, they go say before that law rob that 6 months. So you also have people who are there because they could not meet the fines. Then lastly, the point about these minor offenses where people then they do, you know. The alternative sentencing inside the Criminal Procedure Act, we look forward to that. But still, who is going to manage that? Because it's a whole system that when they're doing alternatives, somebody has to ensure that they carry out those sentences and report back to the court so that they can discharge. So my final word is to say that this will report the people who the findings are addressed to, we therefore engage them. We hope that they will work on it, that we want the correctional service, the officers to be able to work in an environment that allows them to take care of the inmates, and that also that the facilities and human rights conditions for the inmates are improved, so that when they come out, they'll be useful. As Christians, we know say Jesus Christ in disciples, everybody tasted prison. So prison is not only for bad people. There are even those who are good people now. When they pass through prison, then they get in, like even like Nancy Mandela. So if you get somebody within a correctional center, please go fend them. If you get resources, send money for them, take care of them. We can't no look down upon them, not disregard them, because that person can still be a useful person in society.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name is Simiti Lavali, in a Commissioner of Human Rights at the Human Rights Commission of Salone. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And brilliant work as well. Probably this will be the end, or probably this will be just another report where they highlight the challenges at the Correctional Service. Thank you also very much, Superintendent Nana Sise, Head of Media and Public Relations at the Correctional Service, for your time. And we pray. On our fast, on our dry fast,
Yes.
for let the conditions improve. Okay, we'll go farewell for dry fast. Maybe we'll go join the Great Redemption Crusade where they go on right now for help for prayer and fast owner. But thank you very much. Now, speaking of the judiciary as part of the factors where they get responsible for the overcrowding at the correctional service, we then get other external factors. The Judiciary of Sierra Leone yesterday, Tuesday, December 2nd, take a symbolic and practical step towards environmental protection, because they don't launch already, the Chief Justice don't launch and commission the Judicial Garden, at the main law court building at Siaka Stevens Street, when at the headquarters of the Judiciary of Sierra Leone. Williamina Boku then witnessed the ceremony for Slick TV and our reports.
Which was spearheaded by the Chief Justice, Combat Commander, in partnership with Rotary Club International and Rokel Commercial Bank, brought together senior judicials to promote conservation, climate awareness, and greener public spaces by planting trees. Head of Rotary Environment Committee, Alpha Tijan Jalo, said that the organization has long prioritized community service, which includes the planting and nurturing trees to preserve the environment. Therefore, partnering with the judiciary, he said, strengthens the impact of their work.
This garden is a place for reflection, relaxation, and enjoyment. It contributes not only to the beautification of our city, but also to the reduction of carbon emission. And every plant plays its part in improving our air and environment. As you can see, today this is December, but right now we are having rains. It shows that climate change is real. And I mean, it's incumbent on each and every one of us to play our part. And for this, we profoundly thank the judiciary for jumping on the bandwagon and to be part of this global fight against climate change.
Deputy Managing Director of Rokel Commercial Bank, Emmanuel E. Bobo, said that the initiative reflects values that the institution holds dearly, noting that the bank has always partnered with and supported the judiciary of Sierra Leone.
Proud to stand with the Rotary Club in supporting the establishment of this beautiful garden for the judiciary of Sierra Leone. The initiative reflects values that our bank holds deeply: community partnership, service, and nation building. by contributing to a project that enhances the environment of our justice system, we reaffirm our commitment not only to financial growth, but also to social and institutional well-being of our country. We believe that a serene and welcoming space, such as this garden, can inspire reflection, clarity, and a renewed sense of purpose for all who serve within these walls.
According to the Chief Justice Komba Kamanda, deforestation and climate change continue to challenge communities across Sierra Leone, and national institutions must play a role in addressing these threats. The garden, he said, would serve as a living demonstration of sustainable practices, offering a space of public reflection and judicial staff involvement in climate-friendly activities.
We're going to support it and we're going to continue. It's going to be part of our infrastructure now. The judiciary will maintain it, will keep it and make sure that it is clean. You know, at a point in time, this place was an eyesore. We had a lot of idlers. They come, they idle here, people sell here. You know, it was an embarrassment to this country. It was an embarrassment to the judiciary, not only to the judiciary, but to everybody. Because look at the two infrastructure. Look at this. Look at State House over here. Look at the Law Courts building. You know, for people to have that tenacity to come here and just be selling their wares is unacceptable. But it's never too late. It is a laudable venture, and we will continue to support it. In fact, very recently, I just sent 4 of our judicial staff to China. To do what? To study about the environment. I think this is so timely. So that those crop of judicial officers are going to be in charge of this garden.
Head of Facilities and Assets of the Judiciary of Sierra Leone, James Sisse, was grateful for the support that was accorded the judiciary on the garden project.
The garden is more than a physical space. It is a symbol of partnership, one of community service, and a shared commitment to creating an environment that promotes peace, reflection, and well-being. Your dedication to service above self continue to inspire all of us. And then, of course, to us as the judiciary, we'll continue to partner to ensure that we keep this garden clean and also ensure it is well preserved, so that we'll continue to ensure we protect our environment and we'll have an enabling environment for work to be carried out. Especially so for the judiciary, the task of our judges are very, very enormous. And they need an environment like this to be coming around and maybe ease off their stress and think through as they write their judgment, or being stressed by lawyers coming in and out every day, you know, for justice.
By planting and maintaining the garden, the judiciary hopes to reaffirm its commitment not only to justice, but also in safeguarding the natural environment. Slick Television, Willie Mainabuku reporting.
Thank you, Willie Maina, for the story. To another story this time out of Freetown. We go to Bond District, Usai, a transformative new 30-month project. They underway Salon, they empower women and youth them na Kailao and Bond District, and na the European Union in fund that project and agency then like Integrated Development Sierra Leone in partnership with organization them where they call MoFada and local council them. And then they implement for getting to civil society, them improve access to justice and promote sustainable entrepreneurship. They target 500 women, 250,000 young people, and 19 community organizations. The project, they equip beneficiary them with leadership skills, business know-how, and community-based savings model them. In a bid for help women them gain financial independence and community for go before. Rabiatu Mansari reports from the Bond District headquarters, Matru Jong.
Getse gbero uma genge ikwiva upi gbe upi ana munyanga samu yapuma mwana kwo mahinga hingi akokwe yeba kokwe ungu wala together.
Once a full-time gardener with no time or financial independence, Aminata Conte, a beneficiary of the Village Saving and Loan Association, says the scheme has positively transformed her life by giving her the ability to support herself without physical bodily exhaustion.
That box where we get some a project, we say some we able to forget now that 1,000, 2,000, they help we. We they get the money, they share out. If you want take out for Tom, they help you.
Joseph Sivali, a civil society activist, is a long-time beneficiary of the Mopanda project. The action, he says, directly supports the development plan of the Bonth District Council while helping them strengthen advocacy for women and their rights.
Two, we give support to women. You know, like Mopanda, they get a series of trainings so that they go know and how they go own projects on their own. Like the savings. They do savings, and out of the savings, they use that money there for also maintenance, the wells and where Mopanda build and the society. And also out of the advocacy, the women they also go use the resources to even support their children to go to school.
For Somboli, another beneficiary, the project goes beyond financial support, highlighting that it has united community members and strengthening relationships.
We'll be there bien. We'll tell when I think about what done there before now anything or the member we. Then but secondly they will have a business back what they do for research, if they do something for we they help we where we picking them.
Fanta Fofana, who is the chairlady of the Volama Women's Club and financial secretary of the VSLA account, said the project has trained them not only in leadership but also in how to handle sexual and gender-based violence cases, and most importantly, how not to depend solely on men for survival.
Young woman, they are all where they are so they know now outside and they report cases of especially SGBV or GBV cases, they know side them for report. When something happen, case they will know the care going to police, we settle and for we. So they train we a lot.
Program manager of Mopanda, Chibeza Mado, says the invention covers nearly 20 villages, focusing largely on economic empowerment and community strengthening.
We want to see how we go integrate the VSLA activities into the formal financial systems. So we also promote linkage between them VSLAs there and microfinance institutions so that they go able for get loan, additional loan from the microfinance institutions there, and then use them for scale up the VSLA activities now then respective communities.
With thousands of beneficiaries already feeling the impact the project is proving, that when women and girls are equipped with knowledge, financial power, and justice, the entire communities rise with them. And in an improvised district like Bonth, that transformation is no longer a promise. It is happening one village at a time. For Slick Television, Rabia Tumanta reporting from Jong Village, Matu Jong, Bonth District.
Leon, where they continued the graduation ceremony yesterday or earlier, a couple of hours earlier, maybe Commerce. Today, one of the other constituent colleges of the University of Sierra Leone, IPAM. IPAM, they say at the China of the University of Sierra Leone, and they get the highest population. See the traffic. So if you go this in fact from Dwazak Junction, they go model, they go up. So they move, they go towards that ND bypass, Fenoda Road. Huge traffic, see, on the side where they go up. Huge traffic. So any road where they lead towards Frobe College today, this morning, avoid them. Maybe you don't get trapped and stuck in that traffic. But if you're not yet, or if you get a family where they go that end day, you know, say you're already in a traffic, or they move towards that end, advise them. So the University of Sierra Leone, they pass out in graduation thousands of students. Commerce had done theirs, today in IPAM, and then Frobe College will get for climax the entire graduation ceremony, where will complete the graduation ceremony for the University of Sierra Leone. 3 constituent colleges, IPAM, Commerce, and Frobe College, all in this together. So if you look at the traffic, now the one there also where they expect for Kandong in the next few days, weeks, or months. Some don't get job already, but a good number of them, bulk of them now get job. Some of them get for take time before they get job. And they don't block traffic, so. After they don't block traffic. So where you look, some get for begin the task now we office them, now office them, now you don't want for look for job. Right now they don't block traffic. Then they gladly, whatever they cause them go offer, or then they graduating, means little or nothing. Paper is what matters in the society nowadays, and not more or less skills. However, other schools of thought say strongly skills developments are the hallmark for economic growth, or any country for go before. I will pick in the family, with sister, the brother there, and they don't block traffic, so Lord be there. Thousands of them, they graduate today from the University of Sierra Leone. Well, all celebrates them. And they get love and all that thing for them, for let they do, so today they get job. All right, congratulations to the one the way they graduate today, where they graduate Friday, or maybe don't graduate already. They include undergraduates and postgraduate students. People away in the first 10 they get degree, some man in second undergraduate degree they get, some man more or less na masters, some na PhD and other areas. Congratulations to all of them, and thank you to the one that will take them patience and time for teach them, make them get their knowledge then they. We look forward to how they go up for can transform the society and make Salone a better place. We'll move now and transition to the second half of our show and bring you some of the segments. Let's start with the corner outside the hot and drop and join Denajas here tomorrow for your entertainment news. And while we celebrate the students them of the University of Sierra Leone.
You're Limna Denajas here tomorrow, and this is Slick TV Entertainment Corner. I see the hot, it up. Big congratulations to They Call Me Samza for hitting over 1 million plays on Audiomack in album A Perfect Time. Slim to the PZ in song this December. They drop very soon. So stay glued, stay connected, forget the juice and the gist out of that particular song day this December. The Obele season get for sweet. David will make a post on Instagram saying, Cho. Do you even know what my wife is coming back from? Y'all just talk rubbish. You're not and can never be as strong as her. Mind your business. Hey, mind your business, oh. Owner of the wife don't tell una. Una stop for put mouth power. It's not concern una. We get a lot where people they go through, where they lead to body change, skin, they change, and a lot of things that change about the people. Some people they get wild, some people they get cold. Different people get how then they relate or how they react to stress and pressing issues. So according to the video in post, it's clear. Nobody knows what trauma is coming from. So please do not talk about her in the way you guys do all over social media. Twice, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So can you tell me, what's in being a music producer, sound engineer, na salon feel like?
A difficult some points and a easy some point. So we get the easy side, we get the difficult part. So I'm not going to know which one for explain at the moment.
Well, tell me the easy aspect first.
The easy aspect, Parande, like when you get a song where they play at the country, and it will be so easy for you. You serve the production, they out there, and people they vibe to they feel so good, they get a joy in your heart. Say, yeah, really, you don't work, you don't do something.
So what are some of the obstacles them where you face in the entertainment industry in a salon as a producer?
Number one, first we start with the light system, and two, the internet, then three, the time. Because some artists they give them time, say, make them cancel time. They're not gonna ever work towards that because they feel themselves say, oh, I'm able can be this person, I'm able can do this, so I able take me time. We as a producer, like we get a lot of things that we really do, on with free time and production wise, we get other work them for do, so if they not work towards the time, it's so difficult at the time where them go kind of way, even get inspired or get inspiration at that moment before do that work for the person.
How you production can they like normally, or how you want your production for the day like as an engineer?
I want my productions then for be the best, and which I know say like I always deliver my best, Like you always like for take me time, why do my work? Where most of the artists that we have to work with don't give comment on that, say they like the way they work with them because they take me time for do whatsoever they do for them. I make any time where I do up a song for anybody so far, they reach out to the audience them and people them always appreciate them.
You don't ever get any odd situation with any artists where they record in your studio, any something will not happen, will not go down well with you, entertainment wise?
I'm not sure like I get any difficulties or get anything so far will not happen at the studio. I want to get no something will happen some side, but and it will be so private.
You want to let them out of the bag for you?
No, because like now something, now arguments will go on actually between two big artists them also.
Not this country?
Yeah, I don't work with all two, where them they argue for something, so like then they be expecting me for support and then they be expecting for support them. But the one I come to see follow we come to follow we work, you understand? Then after the argument, Vexation just kind of say, Sam, I will take this studio logo now. So I just pack everything, come out there without not get any good something out of that anyways.
So it's not a problem if you say musicians they face in this country where they need for work on, because I understand say aside being an engineer and music producer, you serve inside the music world as an artist. Yeah. So it's not that one problem where artists that they face in the entertainment industry where you feel say if you change, entertainers they will get them easy and better.
The first thing first I would say like we need to get knowledge on we marketing strategies, and the streaming side I think is like not the most difficult side, and I feel say like we really they face now the country, because imagine like we do song we only depends on shows them, you understand, and that we depend on for like an artist or record, they don't take a whole year for you an album, you understand. Then at the end of the day, then it just depends, say, oh, I forget a hit song, then I get shows them where people then go come and say can't perform, then pay me so amount, But if we get that streaming platforms, we at least we for make be able to generate money out of with songs them will people they listen, and it will be something easier for everybody in the industry.
Talking about hit songs, you currently they work on an album with 15 songs.
Yeah.
Can we tell me about that?
The album they do up next year and it gets to be good, it will be nice because like at the first project this what things like artistic and personal. The other one the what I don't put out there. I don't ever take them that serious. I just go to sing and release them as an music producer and artist. But this one I take them personal. you know.
An album with 15 songs, a huge album.
Yeah.
You get planned for doing any featuring, or you don't already do that?
Yeah, I guess some artists them way I don't feature way now upcoming them, and I even get plans back for like forget big artists them back on the album. When are big names them in the country.
If there's any big artist where you want to work with Nas alone, who that artist they go be?
I get K-Man, I get LAJ, I get Cow, I get Gizzy, and Crack Twist and Samza for on the album.
Nice. So if you know him being sound engineer, music producer, or artist, what should you follow like for be?
I like for do painting.
If you want to be a painter or an artist, going to art.
For draw Mortal Man, furniture or anything so far like we can on my mind. And now they do that.
Nice.
On the free time, sometimes I can just take pencil and paper, sketch something where I don't get anything for do at that very moment then. And something where I like where I get passion for, you know. But when the music can kick now at the age now, I just decide, you know, I just switch.
So it's another one thing where you want to tell to youngies them out there, people that want to go into music as an artist, sound engineer, a music producer, possibly they mix and master, they don't know what thing for do, they don't know if it's the right thing for do. What's another one thing where you want to tell them for? Keep going and take a step into it they love.
The only advice I can get for any upcoming or anybody who want for do the thing and the same thing where they do production and do music at the same time. But I can tell you, say every producer and a musician, you know, if they come up from maybe a musician, then you come to production, you know, so most people can start, understand? So the only advice, like, you just get for keep the game alive, make sure say every day you learn new thing, make sure say you do something every day, and try for sacrifice, because one thing where I see say like most of the people them get the artists them upcoming them get in the industry or in this country, like they're too lazy, you know, they're lazy, and for me they sacrifice they needed one. Some of we like when we start, we not be get our money there for say we go in an expensive studio or for say we get for do promotion. So but we always keep small money for going to studio, no say they give you better sound. Understand? We start from the inside and they say at this point I will say thank you, because all the time you dream ball, they say I want to work with most of all the artists in the country. God will make it all happen. So like I think like I don't succeed outside. So the only thing I just need myself now for put myself out now to the public, because I don't know the public. Now people are them. They know most of the people they know the name Twice Eyes, but like they don't know the face, say now they posting this. Sometimes when people can meet me and ask we can talk. Soon as they call the name say Twice Eyes, hey, so now you know it twice. What I mean? So like the face not out there. Yeah. The face not there out there. So now that they try for work on next year. Myself try for be a face in the salon industry.
Okay, thank you so much, which means we expect a lot from you next year. We will hope for Obele with you album. Hoping that you go release on this December, but since it's next year, we look forward to that day. Okay, that have been Twice Eyes, sound engineer, music producer, mix master, and artist. Now, look at the latest update from the House of Stars. The House of Stars, the reality TV show, don't publish their season 3 roadmap. December 10, this 2025, then get forget distribution of 5 golden audition forms to their sponsors. March 29, 2026, the live show, the live premiering of the House of Stars reality TV show, they officially take off. You know, say where it take off, the drama, the noise, the gossip, everything get for unfold one by one. June 21, 2026, 9, the grand finale to take place, the final, the winner. So watch out for the House of Stars, because it will be massive. That's not all wait till we get for another entertainment corner. Me your name and just here tomorrow. I said it hot, it drop. This is Slick TV channel 37. Thank you for watching.
the entertainment now to the activities of the games. Sports now with Mohammed Collier.
Hello and welcome to the Today Show midweek edition breakfast sport on Slick Television Channel 37 with me, Mohammed Collier. Inside this edition of the Today Show breakfast sport, we will talk about the nomination where the Marampa Women's Premier League don't do for nominate 4 players and 4 coaches for the Player of the Month for November. Also, we will talk about Babadi Kamara as he visit the Koya Queens Plaza at the 34 Military Hospital for check on the status after they get one accident where they go Kenema for on one fixture inside the Marampa Mines Female Premier League. Inside the international, we will also talk about Cameroon as they don't name 28-man squad for the Africa Cup of Nations inside Morocco and drop one of the senior goalkeeper when Andrea Onana. We will also talk about the Rangers as they don't appoint Mohamed as the new corporate affairs manager. All this will meet you after this short break. Welcome back from that short break. You still watch the Today Show breakfast sport on Slick Television Channel 37 with me, Mohammed Collier. Inside this edition today, the Marampa Mines Female Premier League don't nominate 4 coaches and 4 players for the Player of the Month and the Coach of the Month award for November. This now the player them with a nominate for the November Player of the Month. Aissatou Tawali, they play for Patricia Umu, don't play 3 games, he don't score 5 goals, he don't get no assist, he don't win 1 woman of the match. Nandi Kwadi, they play for Mogbemo Queens, he don't play 3 games, he don't score 2 goals, he get 2 assists and 1 woman of the match. With Mbawo, they play for Carla Queens, he don't play 2 games, he don't score 4 goals, he get 1 assist and 2 woman of the match. Salematu Kamara, they play for Ram Kamara, don't play 3 games, he don't score 4 goals, he don't get no assist, he get 1 woman of the match. These are the nominees for the Woman of the Match inside the Marampa Mines Female Premier League. The coaches inside the Marampa Mines Female Premier League. Adama P. Suma, the coach Mogbemo Queens, he don't play 3 games, he don't win 3, he don't get no draw, he don't lost nothing. Anna Conte, the coach FC Cologne, he don't play 3 games, he don't win 3, he don't draw no, he don't lost none. For the Mkoma, the coach Mena Queens, he don't play 3 games, he don't win 2, he don't draw 1, he don't lost nothing. Mohamed Bar, the coach Carla Queens, he don't play 2 games, he don't win 2, he don't draw nothing, and he don't lost nothing. This now the coach of the month for November inside the Marampa Mines Female Premier League. Still inside football, the Sierra Leone Football Association don't call players for the under-20 women's tournament will happen inside Sierra Leone at the South Arena. This now the players where the Sierra Leone Football Association are called to come for the competition where they play between Sierra Leone and Liberia at the South Arena 2025 tournament. The goalkeepers are Fatmata Lara Kamara, Zainab Kamara, Awa Morrison. Defenders you get Binta Jallo, you get Matavandi, Fatmata Tikoma, Musu Senge, Emma JK Kamara, Kumba Abu, Juliana, Fatmata Mansari, and Maya Matue. That's not the defenders. And to the midfielders, you get Mayan Sankoma, Binti Conte, Adam C. David Sisi, Marie Kabia, Hawanatu S. Bangura, Salematu E. Kamara, Aminata Amos, Patrick, na the midfielders. And for the attackers, you get Masire Turi, Aminata Kamara, Aissatou Bangura, Siraturi, Kediatudin, Fatmata F. Conte, and Wood M. Bawo. These are the players where the Sierra Leone Football Association technical team don't call to the under-20 tournament against Liberia at the Southern Arena. Still inside with local sports, Bo Rangers Football Club will appoint Mohamed Bangali as the new corporate affairs and marketing manager effective immediately. This person will take charge of Bo Rangers in terms of branding and partnership until further notice. Mohamed Bangali don't take up the new role inside Bo Rangers. Congratulations to him. The president of the Sierra Leone Football Association, Babadi Kamara, They'll pay a visit to the Koya Queens Plaza and at the 34 Military Hospital, where they be hospitalized after they get an accident heading to Kenema for play against Kaola Queens inside the Marampa Mines Female Premier League. They go visit them for see how they don't respond to treatment and waiting at the way forward. And make sure say he reach out to the plaza and also to the doctors where they take care of their players. So he wish them all the best. And he pray that they will come back now the field and win games them for the club. Now for international sport updates. Igor Thiago where they play for Brentford set new record for a Brazilian player who don't play inside the English Premier League for score more goals for a season. As currently as it stands, Igor Thiago get 11 goals, Gabriel Jesus get 14 goals, Robinho get 14 goals, Matheus Cunha 15, Gabriel Martinelli 15, and Roberto Firmino 15. Igor Thiago get more games for play for set that record inside the English Premier League as the Brazilian will don't score past all the players them for a single season. Manchester United, Matheus Cunha is back in training after he sustained one minor injury inside training. According to the manager, Matheus Cunha will be available for the next match against West Ham. Still inside international sports update, Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandes does beat Paul Scholes inside the all-time assist for Manchester United. Currently, Paul Scholes beget 85 and Bruno Fernandes does get 86, while you get David Beckham get 80 when Rooney 93 and again Giggs the 162. So it gets more people than for beat inside that particular record. Still inside the international, Cameroon don't name them 28-man squad we go play inside the Morocco 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. And surprisingly, then drop one of the best goalkeeper, Andrea Onana, we don't they play vital role for them inside the qualifying. And finally, inside the international sports update, Lionel Messi don't win in 47 trophy inside in football career. After he don't win the Eastern Conference Championship, that'll make he don't get 47 trophies inside in football career. Congratulations to the legend and congratulations to intimates them will help him for achieve all of these. When all this will get for you today inside this edition of the Today Show Breakfast Sport on Slick Television Channel 37 with me, Mohammed Kollia.
Shortly, you will get the travel updates for Thursday. But first, with Paulina Bendu Samba for your health and lifestyle advice.
Hello and welcome to today's health and lifestyle tips. Healthy living during holiday time. Now that's what we can talk about today. You see, holiday sweet, but if you not be careful, it go stress you mentally, physically and financially. But these are the tips them where we go share with you. We go help you starting from today. Tip 1. Eat with sense. Enjoy the food, but not overload your system. Tip 2. Move your body. Dance, waka, clean, play. Yes, keep active so that your body no go slow down. Tip 3. Budget your money. No spend all your money during holiday season because if you start January, you go start dry. Tip 4. Spend quality time. Go to put your phone down small and enjoy family talk and bonding. Tip 5. Protect your mental space. If the place too stressful, no force yourself. Now for choose your peace. Tip 6. Drink water and rest. Holidays no mean say your body for tired all day. Remember say this season for sweet, healthy and peaceful.
Travel updates for Thursday here for you. Starting 5 o'clock in the morning, Askai Airlines flight KP023 go left Banjul, the Gambia is stopped na Freetown International Airport 5 after 8 in the morning, Accra, Ghana, and finally reached Lome, Togo 15 minutes to 9. At 8:30, then at 8:30 in the morning, Askai Airlines flight KP043 will take off from Banjul, the Gambia. He head to Freetown International Airport. He reached 10 after 9 in the morning before he continued for go Lome, Togo. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Askai Airlines flight KP022 will left Lome, Togo. He make stops in Accra, Ghana, and Freetown International Airport. He reached Banjul, the Gambia, 15 minutes to 5 in the evening. For overnight travelers, Turkish Airlines flight TK533/4 go left 9:30 a net from Istanbul with stop in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. He reached Freetown International Airport 10 after 1 in the morning and then returned to Istanbul 1 hour later. 11:30 a net, Royal Air Maroc flight AT569 go left Casablanca, Morocco. He stopped in Monrovia, Liberia. He reached Freetown International Airport 20 after 2 in the morning and continued for Casablanca 1 hour later. And that night travel updates for Thursday. Safe journey and good luck. And this at the end of Today on edition, this midweek edition of the Today Show. The Today Show breakfast here on Slick Television on channel 37 and Facebook, Slick TV, website slicktv.com, and YouTube, Slick TV Official. Remember, today the debates on the 2026 budgets they begin. So if you're interested, Parliament open for you. Go respond.
Get ready for the ultimate hip-hop shutdown! Love Page Grand Final! It go happen every Friday from December 5th, 2025.
Debate day for comments in the next few minutes from now. Thank you very much. And this is all we will bring to you inside this edition of the Today Show. We will return tomorrow with a fresh edition. Thanks to the production team, we guest them, and to you as always. So till we meet next time, problem, drug, not for you. So stay out of them. Stay safe and healthy. Good luck and the best of the day.
From December 5th, 2025 to January 17th, 2026, na Freetown Amusement Park, formerly called Victoria Park.